Hold My Drink with Charleen and Ellie, a GoLoud original.
Hello everyone and welcome to Hold My Drink Extra Juice
Welcome.
with Charleen and Ellie. This is where we give you extra advice for extra lemmas that come in, because that is our most interactive segment of the podcast.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is that what you'd say? Yeah.
I think it's the one that people get more. I was going to say advice, but we always say we're not buyable.
We're not viable, yeah.
Advice from, but so we get so many into the main podcast or the main episode that we thought Hold My Drink Extra Juice would be a nice place to hopefully be able to go through more of the dilemmas that you all send in.
Exactly. So we're actually recording today on a Tuesday because Ellie was in Liverpool.
I was in Liverpool.
How was it?
Do you know what? More chill than any Liverpool trip has probably ever been.
Really?
Yeah. I was in bed on the last night at like 1:30.
Why?
Sundays used to be great in Liverpool. Sundays used to be like the main night out in Liverpool.
But would people not work on a Monday, or what would?
I don't know, but the Sundays used to be great crack, and now they are just dead as a dodo.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we were just like here, and I think I saved my nicer outfit for the Sunday.
For Sunday?
So, yeah.
And you're Asian?
Yeah, got a picture in it. So
Any nice men?
no, I got one man who was from America who asked me to have kids.
Was that a chat line,
Don't know. He was like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" I was just like, "Yeah." You know, I just didn't.
No, you just can't. I haven't got the energy.
Do you have kids? I was like, "No." He was like, "A boyfriend?" I was like, "Yeah." Okay, bye. I was like, "Bye."
Are you not allowed to? Oh, sorry. You said you had a boyfriend.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I have a boyfriend. I clearly don't, but I was just like, okay.
It's all these places though that you think there's gonna be good men and there's never is.
Liverpool is full of hot men. So I don't know if they saw me coming and ran away or I don't know what went on, but no men in Liverpool. But it was a great weekend with the girls.
Good.
So that's all.
And you went to the cinema?
We did. We went to see Smile. Oh my God, go see Smile.
I was too scared.
No, do you know what? Molly May said it was the scariest movie she's ever seen.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No. Like there's loads of parts in it where you're literally like, like
No, I can't.
jumpy
Yeah,
parts.
no.
I love them though.
Can you get a heart attack from that? Because I think I would.
No, I don't think so. But like the amount, we went at like 1:00 during the day because our flight wasn't until 7 that evening.
Yeah.
So we were like, right, well, we just passed the time, so went to the cinema. But the amount of people in there on their own.
Oh God.
Yeah, there was like an old man sitting in front of us who was there on his own. A lot of old people actually.
My
Like,
granddad used to go cinema himself, and he went to see Hannah Montana.
no, I'd be solving. Now the man moved because we were screaming so much. I think.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, but like the amount of
He just
old
wanted to
people-
watch it.
Yeah, I was like,
mate.
oh my God, fair play. Just,
But like I'd say, when you're that old, like you don't really have anything else to do. You're like, fuck it. I'll
not
go
even that.
cinema.
I'd say they're just like not even phased by it anymore. They've had
Yeah.
they've been through so much of life that they're just like, no.
I'll just go cinema. Yeah.
But no, really, really good. Would highly recommend. Go and see it.
I went to see Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah, you thought it was deadly, did you?
Unreal.
Loads
Yeah.
of people say I look like Florence Pugh.
Yeah, you did.
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah, we both said it in the cinema. Like,
Did you?
yeah.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. It was certain like
Yeah,
faces
there's
she makes and all.
People have sent me certain pictures where I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of see it. But then other times I'm like,
Yeah, or some facial expressions. I was like, oh my God, that's weird. Like,
what the hell? But was it good?
her and Chriselle, yeah, so good.
Good.
But it leaves you with loads of questions. But I love movies like that. I was like researching about it and all.
Were you?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't have the energy for that.
and I love Harry Styles.
I'm not mad about him.
I love him so much.
No, he wouldn't be my...
Why?
I don't know. He wouldn't be my cup of tea now. I would look at him and be like, ooh.
Who would your celeb crush be if you had a dream man, you could be like, I'll definitely be with him. Like, who would you get with?
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, he's so hot.
Oh, I love his smile.
Oh, he's so hot.
I love his everything.
Michael B. Jordan, or I don't know actually who else. Who would I really fancy?
He just has.
Sandra C. I think he's so hot.
Yeah, he is.
So hot.
Yeah, I really do like Harry Styles.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't
but
see
Michael
it.
B. Jordan. Oh, it was Zac Efron.
Have you seen him now?
Oh yeah, maybe not lately. Maybe in high school.
happened, poor
What
thing?
he said that he got jaw surgery, but it looks like he got full face Botox.
It looks like he got a face transplant. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to-
He looks like what's his name? David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like.
Image.
Ah, God. Anyway,
God love him.
so our dilemmas that came in, they all come in through our email address that we have. So it's holdmydrink@goloudnow.com. Holdmydrink@goloudnow.com. You can send them in there, and obviously they're all anonymous as they come in. So this one's quite a long one. We're going to take it in turns.
Okay.
So around 2 years ago, I matched with this guy off Tinder and we immediately hit it off and got along really well. However, he lives in Limerick and I live in Dublin. He'd recently broken up with his girlfriend of a year, 5 months before, but told me he was over it and he was the one who broke up with her, but was still friends with her. At the very beginning, he told me if I was going to have a problem with him being friends with her, there was no point in pursuing anything with him. So already he was putting his ex above me. But silly little 17-year-old me was with no relation or dating experience was so understanding about it and told him I didn't have a problem with it as long as they were just friends and nothing more. 3 weeks into texting, he told me he wanted to be exclusive with me, as in neither of us want to talk or see other people. I wanted the same thing, so I agreed. We continued to talk over text for 5 months. I found out later that half this time he was back talking to his ex as friends.
I really liked this guy and developed feelings for him super fast. He asked me out a few times while we were talking, but I always made up an excuse because I was really shy and insecure at the time. And as much as I liked him, I was too scared to meet up with him in case he didn't like me in real life or it didn't work out. We FaceTimed almost every night and he told me he loved me about 4 months in. Nearing the end of this, he told me we had to break this off if I wasn't going to meet up with him, which was my fear, I think that's what I say. Mm-hmm. My social anxiety was too intense for any kind of relationship, and although I really wanted something with him, the thought of meeting up with him at the time just scared me too much, and I couldn't ask him to wait for me. I could see the effect this was having on him too. He seemed really torn and admitted to me that he cried over it multiple times. So after multiple attempts of trying to get me to meet up with him, he gave up. I think we both knew in the back of our heads from the beginning it wasn't going to work because of the distance, but we couldn't stop texting each other. One night he texted me telling me he'd wait for me.
The next morning he said sorry and that he didn't mean it, so I'm guessing he was drunk when he said it. He ended up getting back with his ex 3 weeks after. He told me a month or two before that she told him she wanted to get back with him, but I was still blindsided and it felt like I'd literally been stabbed in the heart. It was my first time ever experienced a proper heartbreak, but I couldn't even blame him as this was all my fault, as I was the one who wouldn't meet up with him. He actually asked me to meet up with him again a few times after this while being with his ex, which obviously I said no to because if my BF meeting up with other girls he used to talk to, I'd have a problem with it. Fast forward to now, we still talk all the time. I have a boyfriend, but just don't ever see myself falling for someone the way I fell for him again. And I feel awful for thinking that way because my boyfriend is literally the sweetest guy ever. I don't know why my feelings for this guy are still so strong. I never even met up with him. He's still with his ex and has been for the past year and a half almost. I've been in multiple relationships with different guys since then, but they're just not him. I've thought about the situation so much and I can't decide whether or not I was just a rebound for him. He's definitely the type to stay friends with his exes. He still tries to get me to meet up with him to this day, and I even casually flirts with me sometimes, but I don't reciprocate out of respect for his girlfriend and my boyfriend. She doesn't reciprocate. I would meet up with him as friends, but I just think it would be disrespectful for both our relationships, considering the fact it seems like he might have feelings too. Am I reading too much into this? My friends are sick of listening to me talk about him. I don't know what to do. Please help. Any advice would be appreciated.
Oh, holy Lanta.
That's a big one.
I think the first red flag is him straight away saying, I'm still friends with my ex. Something about it, I'm just like, I don't know. In an ideal world, I'd love to think in my head being friends with your ex would be nice, but then it's just, I don't know. Like, there's friends and there's civil. Like, if you're genuinely
good terms.
Yeah, good terms, civil, grand. Like, you don't hate each other. If you saw each other, you wouldn't spit on each other, but like, grand. But then I think being friends with your ex, no matter how great of friends you are or whatever, once someone gets in a new relationship, knowing that ex is still around is going to cause so much drama.
Yeah.
Like, you won't compete with an ex, like, do you know what I mean?
Do you think?
No. No, when he doesn't. But you don't. You can't. Especially if it was like a long relationship or something. There's just so, I don't know, something in me just always says exes have such a hold over. And just the way he was saying it to her, like in this situation, I'm saying, just the way that he was saying it to her.
But I don't think that's the case, also, because twice when I was younger, two younger relationships, like, exes broke up with me and came running back to me, but in the meantime I was already seeing someone else and I was like, no, fuck you. And it never made me be like, oh, I'll go back to him now. Like, it made me just, they didn't have that hold over me at all.
I'm just not all there.
I was just like, no, now you're running back. Like, no. I was just like, no, I'm happy now. Maybe that was obviously bad relationships, but not even bad, but like just not the right ones. But
what does she do? They're still talking to each other.
I know.
No, girl, cut that contact. Cut it. He's already shown you.
I can't believe they haven't even met up.
But he got back with his ex. He's already shown you. It's not meant to be like.
Toxic of me is like they both need to break up with their partners and get together.
Oh, God. No. His actions are showing you.
Oh, she's also with someone else now though as well. They're both still talking.
Cut that. Stop that. No.
What if they're meant to be?
Well, if they're meant, oh God, I don't know.
Because some not like
But they've been with someone else for nearly a year and a half.
yeah, that's a bit mad.
That's long.
Mad. Yeah.
That's long. I'd say something if it was like, right, we tried to get with someone else for like a few weeks, but we're still so attracted to each other. Like, but this is a year and a half in.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'd say neither of them wants to break up with their significant other because they're like, well, then what if I'm left single and the other person doesn't break up with them?
1, 2, 3, go, break up with them.
Yeah. Same time. You do it first.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you have to like not romanticize it in a way as well, because just because you felt a certain way for this man and you don't feel that exact feeling for someone else, like you don't ever get the same feeling twice for someone.
No,
It's always
yeah.
every
They're
relationship I've been
different
in,
people.
every scene person I've been in is a different type of love, a different type of relationship.
It's not going to be the same feeling
No,
towards, because it's a completely different person.
I feel like this is lust as well, more than that.
Do you? It's like the thrill of it, kind of.
It's like like the you're in love with the potential of this man. You don't actually even know him,
Yeah.
really. I mean, sorry, you do from texting, but like you never even met up with him.
He could smell like BO. You've
He-
never met him in person. He could,
He could
stink.
have smelly breath.
Yeah. There could be a smell of damp off him. Hate that. Smell of damp.
He could be rude to the waiter.
Do you know what I mean?
Like these are things
You don't
and-
really know. It's the thought of what he's promising you. People can promise you the sun, moon, and
And
stars.
stars, yeah.
Bitch, been there, done that too many
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
They
yeah,
can
yeah,
promise you the world and make you think like nobody else is ever going to treat you the way that they could potentially treat you.
Potential
But
being the main
yeah,
word.
potential being the word in bold there.
Potential ain't gonna marry you.
No, do you know what I mean? So you can't keep, like Charleen says, romanticising the thought of what could have been
Yeah.
to like your relationship now.
Yeah, and the grass isn't always greener.
No, I saw a video last night actually, and it was these people in the street, you know the way they just do that thing where they ask random people things?
Questions, yeah,
And they
yeah.
asked this couple, and it was like 25 years long, like 25 years long, what do you... Sorry, hold on. I want to see, can I actually find it to show you? Because you know what? It made so much sense, and I feel like it was the real deal of what people actually want to say, but they don't really say it.
Yeah.
Do you
I
ever
love that.
see stuff like that?
Yeah.
What advice do you guys give to a younger couple? Don't listen to all the noise. Don't listen to the noise, what other people have got to say about your relationship and stuff. Just focus on your relationship. Yeah.
The thing is,
maybe
when
not
you
this way.
think that you've got somebody, you think there's something better out there. There isn't. You see it all the time on TV, you know, when you're watching Love Island and stuff, and you're like thinking, we're always on the search for something better. Just stop and just take a look at what you've actually got, because there isn't anything better. And all relationships are about working them out and compromising. So
That's actually a beautiful piece of advice.
people that have been together for
That's
Maybe just
it's
that
so
part,
true
like,
though, because
you
the
don't
first
know.
part no.
Yeah, maybe not the first part.
But like it's even like that in today's society with like objects and like social media. Like you're always looking for something better and to
Yeah.
better yourself or to better your appearance. Like we're always chasing something that like isn't actually there.
Can we not just sometimes sit?
Yeah.
And it's not a case of settling with what you have, but it's just appreciating what you actually have
Yeah.
now. And like, you don't
Work-
always
Yeah, give your energy into that rather than looking for something else.
keep
Yeah.
on going and going and going and going.
But also if you're not happy in certain circumstances. But
I'd flog this man off.
yeah, I think he's a bit of a swindler.
No. Swindler.
Swindler.
I don't know. Something about it. Like, I feel like in a year and a half as well, if something was going to happen, it was going to happen. And you don't
Yeah.
know how the world works. If the world brings us back together
Yeah.
someday, it could. But for now, I think focus on your relationship and
Yeah.
the boyfriend you have now. Because like you said, he's the sweetest man ever. So
Yeah.
why would you want to give that up for the potential in some man who could smell like damp clothes?
Good, yeah, and be rude to a waiter. Yeah, I think choose to put your time and energy into your relationship, because your head's gonna be wrecked forever otherwise, thinking, oh God, will I talk to this man, this and that. Like you just need to make a decision and stick to that. Either you're gonna talk to that man only and go there and see where that could take you, if it takes you anywhere, or just stick where you are now and just be happy where you are.
I know I always say like try, and I'd rather try something and rather than saying what if.
But
Do you know?
sometimes you have to say what if.
Yeah. So I think in this situation, because they're both in relationships and stuff now, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Live and let live. That was a nice time. You had nice memories.
yeah.
But no, you're with this new man for a reason, I think. Okay. Hey girls, absolutely adore yous. Have never been a podcast person ever until I started listening to your podcast. I love now. Oh my God. Had a very long relationship, a good few years. We broke up for a while because all of a sudden he said he wasn't happy. I didn't know why, and it wasn't for a while, and just didn't want to tell me and hurt me, because he still loved me and didn't want to hurt me if it was going to resolve itself and be grand. We then, after about 2 months, got back together. Since then, we've gotten back. Things have been better than they ever were. But I had a feeling before we ended that something was up with us and we weren't okay. And he was telling me we were fine for months. He was the one who wanted to get back because he said he was sure it was because he couldn't ever really plan dates because it was too hard to get there and arrange lifts. I'm now just scared something will happen again or to be lied to again, but I trust this lad with my life. But I've always been a very anxious person and a demon for overthinking. Have you girls got any advice to put my mind at ease? Because things are fine, better than ever. I'm just an overthinker and I don't want it to affect us. I could so see why you'd be anxious because you're kind of left high and dry before by all of a sudden a breakup that you weren't expecting.
And
so obviously
you're the same person as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're naturally going to be like, what if he can just do this again? He has my heart in his hand. He can just drop it again and break it again.
Whenever he wants.
Yeah. But I think worrying about something before it happens, you're going through it twice.
You're brilliant, but is this your therapist giving all this to you? Is it? Yeah.
A free therapy for you all. But you go through it twice.
Yeah.
Like, and then what's that for? It's a waste of your energy.
What's the point in worrying about it? It happens,
but
and it might not.
It's not always that easy though to think like that.
Yeah.
But you just have to live in the moment of it, and like you either need to be like, right, I'm gonna trust this guy and like try again and see if I can be happy, or else be like, no, I don't want to put myself in a position of being hurt. But I think say that to him. Just be like, look, I'm really scared of like this happening again. Do you think that could happen again? Yeah. Like, where's your head at? Because he obviously doesn't sound like a talker because he randomly broke up with her instead of saying there was something wrong.
I think letting him know how you feel though as well. Like I always say, like relationships, communication is everything in it. Communication and compromise. Yeah. Are in my eyes two of the most important things in a relationship. Yeah. So telling him how you feel, because there's no point you sitting on your own worrying about it so much. Yeah. And he hasn't a clue. He's off. Like, do you know what I mean? He's oblivious to it all, and you were sitting there an anxious mess worrying. Like, so I think sharing it with him is also easing a little bit of your anxiety. Telling him how you feel, you might feel a little bit better even like to tell him how you feel.
Yeah, and he doesn't know what that feels like because he's not been in your situation with you anyway. So telling him, he might be like, "Oh shit, you're right. Like, I'm sorry, you're right." Yeah, do you know, like, and it might give you a bit of reassurance because that's what you need. Because after a breakup like that, even if it was with a new person, I feel like you'd still be anxious.
Of course, yeah. You carry it into every relationship. So the fact she's carrying it back into the same one again, you feel like you're just going around with it. Yeah. So definitely him. I definitely think tell him how you feel. Yeah, me too. And also try not to worry. Because you worry, you go through it twice. That's a good one. Hi girls, I know Charleen is a big advocate for
therapy.
I went to therapy for quite a while and it was great to get things off my chest. I learned a lot about myself and why I've felt feelings I have felt based on my childhood and previous relationships, etc. But it got to the point where I felt I was talking about the same things over and over again. I'm now more self-aware, but I didn't know what to do with the information learned in therapy, so I stopped going. Do you have any advice on this?
I think that therapy doesn't always fully solve problems, but like she said, she learned things, gives you the tools to solve them by yourself.
The thing that I learned about therapy when I started going to therapy last year,
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't go anymore because it sent me down a spiral. It didn't help me. Well, it did in the moment, but then I was just like, no. They can't tell you what to do. I didn't know that. I was going to therapy looking for the answers to solve the world's
I wish
problems.
they could tell. I know, yeah.
Like the way she was even saying things, I was nearly saying like, help me, like I need more.
But they want you to talk it out yourself.
Whereas I'll never forget my first time going to therapy. I sat there and cried for the whole hour. Yeah. I don't think I said a thing. She was asking me things and I think I was just saying yes and no, and I just was sobbing unconsolably, like. But like I wanted to go in and sit there and come out being like, lovely, she was able to answer that for me. Yeah. But they can't. I never knew that.
No, I know. But learning it yourself, being able to figure out yourself through them, like giving little triggers, like, is so much more beneficial. Yeah. Rather than someone telling you. You can watch a video and someone telling you something of why someone's like something. But yeah, I think if you feel like you're talking about the same things over and over, like maybe try a new therapist first of all. Yeah. Maybe you're not getting maybe you're not getting all the things that you wanted to get out of it.
Out of that.
Need a different type of therapist. But I also think if you're more self-aware, self-awareness is key to everything. Like,
you've learned something then, yeah. If you're more self-aware, you've definitely learned something.
And you're going to have the tools to solve future problems, and you can reflect on. See, it's not going to change the way things happened. Okay. Therapy. But you know why you done these things, and that's why you can stop doing it again. Yeah. So say a pattern of like anxiety in a certain situation, like you're not going to fix getting anxious in a situation in the past. No, yeah. But you have the tools to try fix it in the present. Okay. So I think of it like that. Like, you're not going to, all that trauma and stuff is still going to be there in a way, but you just be able to deal with it better in the future. But I think trying a therapist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's more like therapy is more beneficial than you think at the time. I know. You
Can't agree.
How many did you do?
Good for you.
Did you?
870 blips a pop. Yeah.
In real life? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why it was more emotional, because it was in real life.
It is way more emotional in real life.
I couldn't do it on FaceTime.
Would you know?
No, fuck no. No way.
Yeah, it's very emotional in real life.
No, yeah, real life. She was lovely. And you know what? At the time, she really did help me so much and like help me understand why I think well, no, she didn't make me understand why. I think she helped me more with like me blaming myself for things.
Yeah.
I think like being cheated on and stuff, you blame yourself. You feel like, why haven't I enough kind of thing. So I think that's what I went like mainly kind of went for.
Yeah.
But then it just got to a stage where I was like, I nearly felt like I was talking about it too much.
Yeah.
I was constantly and sometimes you just want to block off and not speak about it.
Yeah.
Whereas I know your thing is no, speak about it.
You have
It's
to
good.
go,
And
you
I'm
have
like,
to go through it to get through.
I'm like, shove that shit down. I'll deal with it in 10 years when it comes back up again. Trauma.
See, kid, that's why I keep, when you don't deal with things, and a lot of people are saying they can't, it's like, it keeps coming up in different ways. It will come up like a different way in your life, or like at a random time, or like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or like a different life decision and all. It's mad. It's how things come up.
I think I'm just fucked for life, to be honest.
No. We're still, maybe one day she'll go. I'll trap her. I'll bring a therapist into here. And lock the door.
Yeah, lock the door. There you go now.
Talk.
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay, well, that was it.
That was us for...
Send your dilemmas onto the
Hold my
email.
juice, I was going to say.
Hold my juice.
Hold my juice.
That's actually kind of good name.
Hold my juice?
Yeah.
Hold my drink, Bert.
Hold my drink, extra juice.
Extra juice.
You can send your dilemmas into the email address, so it's holdmydrink@goloudnow.com. And we will chat to you next week. Yep. We love you. Love you loads. Bye.
Subscribe to this podcast for free on the GoLoud app.